Hello, hello, hello. I don't think anybody's here yet. Which is not an issue. How long are you fresh for? 88 days? That's a decent amount of time. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm tired. You're probably thinking, Satu, you're always tired. Yes. Yes, I am. Kind of want to re-extinguish my torch, which I cannot do here. Should be able to safely just come out here and do it. Surrounded by hyenas, but they're basically just puppy dogs. Or they're like cats. Puppy dog coated cats. So I'm currently... hello, Spheno. I'm currently just kind of waiting for a temporal storm. Aw, I can't steal his books. How are you doing, Spheno? I want to pet the dogs. The cat dogs. Come here, little boy. Look at it. It wants to kill me so bad. Ow, rude. I still love you. Look at that, it's laughing. Jerk. Must be. I can take a nap until the temporal storm starts. At which point I will probably be murdered. Alright, do I have bandages? I do. Probably gonna want to heal up. Alright. Oops, thanks for stopping by to say hello, Spheno. One of these days, we're gonna have to get a Muffin Chat modded vintage story server going. Now that there's an Avali model. Shut up. Basic as the Avali model is. Look at that bowthorn. Probably want to hang out somewhere it can't actually get me. Although I'm pretty sure I can climb through this window. I could in theory, shut up, climb through that window. Yes, do not touch the Satu. I wish I could steal this guy's stuff. Like this resonator, and it's a really good find. Unfortunately, this place belongs to that dude. And even if I murdered him in cold blood, I wouldn't be able to take his stuff. There's actually a pretty popular mod for this game, which lets you eat the traitors. Like, carve them up for meat. Tiny bit morbid. But even if I did that, I still wouldn't be able to steal his stuff. Right, good. Just double checking I'm not still muted. No, I should stay awake for the temporal storm. Of course, I am just kind of hanging out with a merchant. So sleeping through the temporal storm would allow me to get back to adventuring faster. But it's not like anybody's even here watching me hang out with the temporal storm. Dave. Hello, Dave. I do like temporal storms, but after the first multiple, like first several, you're just kind of hanging out. There's also definitely a drifter under the caravan. Not a drifter, Shiver, there we go. Although Shivers and both ones do both just fall under the drifter umbrella. Also, don't question these things. The plan is to use all 25 of them. And if I can use all 25 of them before anybody sees that I have them, I'll get away scot-free. I'm actually surprised that the Bowthorns aren't shooting at me. And Bowthorns are jerks, and all they do is harass me. So you'd think they'd be a little bit more interested in doing that. Unless for some reason, the Trader's Caravan does just have some weird anti-temporal storm, properties. It's got a bunch of acacia wood, that's for sure. Looks like acacia and oak. What do you got? Some Amok gold and lead. Pretty interesting stuff. Aristocrat shoes. Full Moon Medallion is actually not a bad find, and this Forlorn Hope thing is actually pretty cool. Cost me 17 gears, though. I've only got 8, and I don't have an elk, so honestly buying that would be silly. Rustbound Magic should add a Rust Mage themed saddle blanket. Of the default Rust Mage outfit, which I don't have, is red, and I'm not a big fan of the color red. A bit odd that the default Rust Mage outfit is not in the 1.21.5 version. I just don't think it's in there. Which is fine. Oh, temporal storm seems to be fading. Which is good, so we can explore. Oh, finally, a shiver kind of figured it out. I should have my spear ready in case it decides to get in here, or if it figures it out, rather. Look at that yeen. I'm gonna go ahead and take a nap. Alright. It's not usually safe to just leave right after a temporal storm like that. But it does appear that everything is faded. Let's go. Hop in the boat. In the boat. There we go. Alright. I believe I just stopped there to rest. And that we are still looking for the southmost point of this island. Which does keep going. We're gonna have so many peanuts, hopefully. I wonder if that's limestone. Limestone is always a good find. I mean, I've found limestone in a couple places already. But you can never have enough limestone. Oh yes, we should also, in theory, be seeing some new monsters out here. Or maybe not monsters, but new animals for sure. Although I think some of them count as monsters. We're not going to find them out here, but bison are also now in the game. Thanks to a mod, not like vanilla. And if I can get a couple bison going, they're an amazing source of milk, fat, hide, bone, and meat. Oh, look at that. There's some bison. They're not supposed to be out here. They're supposed to spawn in planes. If I had to guess, those ones only spawned there because I said they wouldn't. Alright. I guess I'll get out here. Oh, there's a snake. Don't worry, I mean you no harm. A bit suspect that that snake is kind of struggling. Hopefully my internal server's not already crashed. We just started. My boot. Alright, get back in there. And go back into first person. And mount the ore. There we go. Now we can get out and explore. Gonna pop my first one of these. There we go. Nothing. Alright, good finds. I know I just started, but let's go ahead and drop anything off in there that will stack. Oh, you stack that. There we go. And we continue. Some sunflowers. Nothing. Let's hope we don't get struck by lightning. Although if we do get struck by lightning, that's just content, baby. I can't imagine ever needing this much sugarcane. Alright, just gonna put the sugarcane and sunflowers back in the boat, and then just start ignoring sugarcane. Because like I said, I can't imagine ever needing this many. Peanuts. And there's my sugarcane seeds. I really don't have a lot of stuff I can justify dropping. Let's see here. I can do something with those 29 cattails. Oh, fuck you. Yeah, come on, get down here. You're just gonna break my spear. Alright, it's dead. Good, good. I'm probably no longer under the effect of my orb thing. Eat another. Perfect, perfect. Nothing. Nothing. I was joking about refusing to explain these orb things that I'm eating. Don't have anybody asking. Oh, but basically they're like little looting potions in edible form. And so while cheating those in has the potential to be overpowered, I can't stress enough that all they're doing is setting my foraging to default. So I don't have any better chances of getting seeds than any other class other than Malfactor, which has a really damn good chance of getting seeds. I'll have to figure out how to actually make looting potions at some point as well. Because the potions are even better than the edible things. Ooh, core. Hello, Vicar. How you doing? But I'm pretty concerningly not finding any peanuts still. Ah. Yeah, I saw it get pinned for a second there, and I'm like, that's an odd thing to pin, but alright. Oh, sweet, peanuts. Wait, that's potatoes. Don't get me wrong, I do still want potatoes. Oh, what can I get rid of? Really don't have anything I'm willing to just part with. Get rid of these, doesn't matter. Oh, so here's another one of those new monsters. These guys are pretty chill, though. A granite golem. That one just looks like coal. If you attack those, they'll kill you. Pretty easily, as well. But they are passive. My Halloween was alright. I didn't really do a whole lot. I played a bit of Terraria with the buddy that I play games with every Friday. We're almost ready to go into hard mode. I can't remember. Are you friendly? I think they're mostly passive, but a lot of animals are kind of passive until you piss them off. Like, get too close. How about you? Do drafts want to murder me in cold blood? Nope. Also relatively chill. How you doing, Bob? Oh yeah, so these guys are also pretty new. I'm not going to try pronouncing her name. If you kill them, they drop bushmeat. I don't know why you would murder them. But like if you did. You're doing somehow? Well, I suppose. Doing is better than not doing. Yeah, I'm not finding any more peanuts. Found some turkeys. Well, let's go ahead and sleep under this tree. Honk me 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 me. What I should do is I should probably go back north. Especially since I'm running out of food. I mean, you're falling apart, but you're still trying, so... Well, that's what matters. What are you? Funeral bells? I really want those to be edible, but they're not. Alright. I don't think I'm gonna find peanuts. Peanuts. 1 is too loud, 0 is too quiet. My phone is kind of like that. I'll just be trying to quietly listen to shit in the break room. Well, I want to do my Finnish audio lessons, but 1 is too loud, and if it's on 0, I can't fucking hear. It's almost like there is no winning. I should have about to start starving. Yeah, I get it, hunger pangs. Let's go ahead and smack some smoked fish in my mouth. Alright, not great, better than nothing. I would like to find more peanuts, but I think I'm just going to have to explore this island just to the south. And if I can't find any more peanuts, I'm going to have to admit defeat and start heading back north. It's Mariah Carey season. Unfortunate. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to my workplace. I'm not. I'm not looking forward to my workplace playing nothing but Christmas music 24/7. Night Crew has the power to change the music that's being played, but only after the store closes. But that still means that I'm going to be stuck listening to Christmas music for the first half of my shift, which is just too much. I appreciate the offer, but I've got a Bluetooth speaker. What I don't have is a phone that charges. My Bluetooth speaker is not going to do me too much good if I don't have a phone. That's cassava. Found another desert. Probably not going to find peanuts in the desert. Oh, sweet. Let's go ahead and smack these in my mouth. Delicious. These ones as well. Oh, I'm just dropping my corn. Alright. If we can't find peanuts here, we're going to have to survive off of the 3 peanuts. And thankfully they don't play Mariah Carey. I probably can't afford the rights. Red currant. They do play a lot of weird, like, indie artists, which is fine. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm, like, all for supporting small independent artists. But, like, just play a Christmas song every 4th song or so. That would still be too much Christmas music, but it would be better than every single song. I'd argue that any amount of Christmas music is too much. But, like, just don't play it every fucking song. And I'll probably complain a tiny bit less. I know that My Chemical Romance did a cover of Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas. I don't know if that's the one you're talking about. The only Christmas song I'm cool with is Dominic the Donkey. Everybody knows Dominic the Donkey. Oh, it's just one of those fawn people. Uh-oh. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna find any peanuts. I'm not doing a very thorough job looking for them. You better be wearing clothes. Alright, good, this can stay on YouTube. I was worried that I'm just out here looking for peanuts. And we would have fucking deer women breasts on the screen. Twitch might allow that, but YouTube won't. I don't think Twitch would allow it either. It's artistic nudity. Climb the mountain. Not gonna find peanuts up the mountain either. If I could find more flat land, I could definitely find more peanuts. This is not flat land. Interesting cave system, though. That hole leads into oblivion. So let's not go down there. Right, so those islands off to the side are pretty small and flat. Maybe I can find more peanuts there, although it is unlikely. Just keep swimming. Just mass report it. So yes, YouTube, take this song down, it's cringe. Oh hey, bees. It's interesting how many bees and walnut trees I've found in this world, considering when I'm looking for those things, I can never fucking find them. And here I am not looking for them. And they're everywhere. Of course, that is usually how that works. Now I'm gonna have to get back up onto land. Not only would I be a lot more likely to find peanuts on land. Like, look at this. What are these, potatoes? Peanuts? Yeah, potatoes. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited for the potatoes. Oh, but I'm out here looking for peanuts. Boom. Well, I already told Vicar that they need to get this game. Bob, you should totally get a PC so you can play Vintage Story. It's like Minecraft if Minecraft was actually good. Ignore how easily distracted I am by things. And how I don't actually ever finish a playthrough. Oh damn, that lightning struck pretty close. I should have enough health that I can survive a lightning strike. That being said, ideally I won't get struck by lightning. What can you do? You swim, swim. Gotta get that money. Holla holla, get a dollar. Become a vintage story YouTuber. It is not yet a saturated market. Probably getting there, though. 'Twill be before you know it. I should check this landmass more thoroughly. But the more time I spend searching places that don't have peanuts, the less likely I am to eventually find a place that does. Oh great, there's a nature sentry over there. Right, so we keep our eyes open for giraffe. Don't care about the giraffe. Curious as to what's up with all the orphan wolf pups around, though. Hyena. Could be that the orphan wolf pups are all dire wolves. Are you a dire wolf? No, it's just a hyena pup. Ow. I wasn't bothering it. Actually, that's not true. I was indeed bothering it. Run, turkey. Alright, we're good. Heal up. I miss when bandages were instant. I'm going to have to figure out how healing potions work. My empty house? I don't have a house. I live in a cave in the ground. Look at all these walnut trees. Ostrich. Oh, hi, are you friendly? Look at that creature go. I should probably figure out how to change whatchamacallit, animal cages to where I can pick up FIFA Stone wild animals. Because if I can just start abducting animals, I could start taming them. It's not abduction, it's surprise adoption. Ostriches are weird little creatures. It is commonly known fact that some ostriches are more attracted to humans than other ostriches. Hello. Did y'all have a baby over here? I'm not here to kill it if you did. I'm just looking around. Yeah, a lot of monsters in this mod are hostile or friendly until provoked. Not finding any peanuts in this forest. I found a mango tree, though. That's exciting. It's not helpful. Honestly, most of these crops wouldn't grow even up where I live. And they definitely won't grow where I intend to live. I still kind of don't want to get too close to the bison. Look at the size of those horns. That thing could kill me for sure. Right, starting to get hungry again. In-game, not in real life. Should probably start heading back around the island. There could be something that way. And so we'll head that direction. Alright, hop in the boat. Let's see here, what can I throw in there? Oh, damn. I've now got too many corn seeds. Would you just grab the thing? Grab it. Thank you. Go back into third person, and let's go. Rough. There are also a couple of smaller islands that I would like to check in this direction. But we're going to have to head north. I wish I could pet the hyenas. Why are the hyenas hostile? Right, so these two islands are the two I wanted to check. Probably don't have to mark my boat. If I lose it on these little islands, then, some next level stupidity for me. Alright. Are you Black Crane? They are. Why am I coughing? Alright. Back at it again at the Krispy Kreme. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to have to make a peanut empire off of a small amount of peanuts. Won't be hard to do if I can get the growth spell. Turnips. But nothing else here of value. There's a cave over there. Alright, start heading back north, I suppose. Just with our tails between our legs. Of course, I'm not going to head all the way north. There's still some exploration to be had on this island. Not the one I'm currently swimming towards. This island is extremely small. Alright, canoe, let's go. Alright. And we're off. If this area over here... This way, actually, more this way. If this is large and flat enough, it will be worth checking for peanuts. You know, I should probably have enough reeds that I could make another basket and keep more stuff on me. Since I only ever sit in this one spot, I got room on this boat for like 3 more baskets. What do we got here? Sugarcane? A couple of ostriches. Let's look around for peanuts. Can also tame a baby ostrich. And make like a little saddle for it. I don't think that there is an ostrich saddlebag. Bit of a missed opportunity. But for other tamables, such as bison, dire wolves, and horses, there are saddlebags. Which means just extra storage. Whip. Now if I can make saddlebags and then also trap a bison wearing a saddle and saddlebags in a cage, that would be pretty powerful. Infinite storage. Of course, I don't even know how to trap bison in animal cages yet. It's not a vanilla feature. I would have to figure out how to change the config. Can I pick this up, please? Thank you. I don't know if it's obvious, but my brain is not working to its usual capacity. Which is a kind of upsetting, considering even when my brain is firing on all cylinders. Kind of stupid. I'm just not a smart person. Are those peanuts? Might as well just keep my ore on me, so that I don't have to keep putting it back in my pocket. No. Here's some rice, though. Am I still under the effect of the thing? No. No, I'm not. Eat it. Oh, I'm still under the effect of it. Break the rice. Now I'm not. Just gonna eat this rice grain raw. There we go. That's a lot of dravs on not a lot of land. Which is funny. A lot of soybeans. I might still need soybean seeds. Although if I can get bison, I won't need soybeans. I mean, soybeans have other uses. But if you don't need to make soy milk, like if you can get actual milk, which is better, then soybeans are just like a meat substitute. Avali are obligate carnivores. I don't know if a meat substitute would be you know, like, effective for them. Considering what they need is meat. Also, where's my boat? I seem to have lost it. I'm not gonna lose my boat on such a small island. Here it is. Hop in the boat. Hop in the boat. Alright. I do say next time we come out on an adventure, we do so with more storage. Maybe in an actual sailboat. But I'm going to want to modify the actual sailboat to be fast as fuck as well. Because vanilla travel speed is too slow. I know what you're thinking. I probably could have just made the world less ocean. No, I couldn't have. That's preposterous. Imagine wanting less ocean. I cannot wait for this cough to go away. It's like my lungs are fighting me on this. Last thing I want to do is eat my corn. Since cornbread is really good. It's hard to tell. Yeah, this way does continue. I'm out of food. Or I'm out of, I'm not out of food. Looks like there's an abandoned church over here. And a large flat space. Actually, there's quite a bit more than an abandoned church. Which means I'm probably going to get one shot by like a corrupt shiver or something. Just gonna come over here, go back into first person, and mount my ore. How do I make it? Yes, like that. Gonna make 2 reed chests. There we go. Quite a bit more storage. Put that away, although I'm probably going to be... not very good, but I could be eating my sugar beets raw. I'm gonna put that here as well. Throw my corn in there, don't want to lose it. And I can put sunflower seeds in this first chest still. Alright. My boat. Save. Let's go and delete this one. Alright, hop back out. Eat my foraging salve. Give me some raw ice cream that I can just kind of shove in my mouth raw. That's now a sound clip. We have me saying that straight into the microphone. Ooh, pomegranate. Fucking love pomegranates. Kinda want to mark that, but I would never come back for it. I might come back for it. Oh, good. People are trying to sell me viewers. I can't remember how to spell pomegranate. Pomegranate. There we go. That's not how you spell pomegranate. But if I looked like I was actually trying too hard to spell it and still spelled it wrong, it would be more embarrassing. So I'm just picking this path of most violence. Wait, what kind of trader are you? Clothing trader. Yep, that's like what? Most? Well, obviously it was most. But I've found like 9 traders, and I swear 7 of them so far have been clothing. Yeah, shut up. Oh, good. I woke up just in time for it to still be dark as hell. Let's just go ahead and eat my sugar beets. They're not very good, but they're also taking up inventory space. Shut up! Delicious. Hungry? Try eating 17 whole raw sugar beets. Ooh, more corn. I'll eat this before eating, or trying to pick up the corn. Oh fuck, I can't pick up the corn because it's too close to his wagon. You can't claim ownership over wild crops, jerk. Anyway, it's pitch black. What is that? Bison? Hellboar? Oh, it's a giraffe, curled up. My blind ass should not be exploring ruins at night. I burnt my hand at night. Well, hopefully more of these ruins are more interesting than this one. It does look like an abandoned town, rather than like a cool dungeon. Aged log. He's nice. I'm a fan. What's this? Food vessel? I'll take it. It's a lot of rice grain. Seed vessel. That's one of the things I am actually looking for. What was that? Was that all just soybeans? What I actually want from the seed vessels are pumpkins. But no pumpkins yet. Right, this is a pretty big field of acacia trees. An acacia forest, if you would. Some soybeans. Well, I should be picking up soybeans. I pretty specifically want peanuts. I do also kind of want the lobster. Oh, damn. Oh, never mind. That sugarcane looked weirdly thick. It was just a weird perspective thing. Anyway, some flax. Peanuts. Fuck yeah. I even got some peanuts to eat raw. Oh, damn it. Nothing from that one. I'm gonna find a couple more peanuts before my potion wears off. Such as it is. It isn't not a potion just because, like, it's an edible leaf form. Sometimes you drink a potion, sometimes you shove a fistful of potion-infused leaves in your mouth. It's like the same thing. Right, that's sage, which is not what we're looking for. What is that? Cassava? Soybeans? That's turnips. I suppose I could be picking up other crops now that I've made... Oh, white currant. More crates, or barrels, chests. If I just keep saying words, I'll eventually say the right one. Oh, those peanuts. Nope, that looks like flax to me. Because it is. It is flax. I know what peanuts look like, but because I want peanuts so bad, everything looks like peanuts from a distance. Is that a gazelle antelope? If I just say all the words... What do you mean? I literally just made that joke. Look at this dude. A granite golem with copper. Yep. Pheasants make the strangest noises. Bison bull. Another bison bull. Another bison bull. Another bison bull. Is there not a bison cow in this entire herd? I mean, I'm not judging them, I'm just saying, like... How does this herd dynamic work? Oh, fuck yeah, rice. Of course, rice doesn't really have anything special about it. Well, that's not true. I debunked this last time I tried saying that rice has nothing special about it. You can use it in sushi and other recipes that can't use any other grain. Are you a direwolf pup? Nope, that's more hyena pups. Which means I should probably run. I didn't see any full-grown hyenas, but they tend to be in the same area. It's almost like they hang out. Why are there all these grown-ass hyenas hanging out with hyena pups? Bit weird if you ask me. I'm of course just saying shit. You know what I miss is my tent bag mod. If my tent bag mod was working, I could just bring an entire kitchen with me. So I could be turning this rice into bread and stuff as I explore. I wonder why some of the giraffes look like that. Of course, you can't just walk up to a giraffe and say, "Why are you white?" It's just not a normal question. Man, I wish I had an active chat. Somebody keep me company. I'm saying dumb shit. I mean, I would be doing that if I had chatters as well. It's almost like dumb shit is just usually what comes out of my mouth. Oh, yeah, rice. Nothing. No, I don't need it. I don't need it. Alright, let's go. I did find more peanut seeds. But, I mean, I found exactly one more peanut seed, I think. Which is not great. I would say it's better than where I was at. What are you, potatoes or peanuts? Potatoes. And despite the fact that potato plants and peanut plants don't look that similar, I'm still confusing them. Which is weird, because peanut plants are vanilla, and you would think would be easier for me to recognize. Is that rye? No, it's spelt. Run for it. Wouldn't make sense for it to be rye. Rye wouldn't grow well in this area. Oh, the wild crops don't care. Wild crops kind of do whatever they want. I really want to pet the hyena. But it would bite me. Right, and that's a desert, which is much less likely to contain peanuts. I'll check this little oasis space. And then we're gonna have to keep heading north, I suppose. It's just unfortunate that I can't tell if I'm not finding peanuts, because there aren't any, or if I'm being stupid and missing them. I'd like to believe I'm being pretty thorough. It's probably not the case. Get me a mod that makes peanut plants glow like bright orange. Probably then I'd find them. It's a lot of olive trees. Olive oil is pretty good. Might still be bugged. Oops, sorry. Spooking the hyenas. Yeah, not seeing any more peanuts. That's just acacia leaves. Peanut plants do kind of stand out. But I'd like to think that there's more than just like the 6 or so plants that I have found. Only getting 4 seeds out of all of it. I should just be able to plant the peanuts, which I also got. Somewhere in here. I got A peanuts. So you know what? That would just be 1 more seed. Perhaps not the most impressive haul. It's just a hare. It's just some carrots. I think you would see hares near carrots more often, but... Oh, hey, it's a horse. Horses are also a good source of meat, bones, and leather, but people are pretty weird about that, especially here in the US. They're like, you can't kill the horse is part of the family. I'm like, your family, maybe. Horses, a good source of lean protein. Peanuts. No, they're not. Damn it. That's what I get for being excited. They looked like peanuts. Geode crab. Through the grass. Yeah, I don't know why flax through grass looks like peanuts. It could be that I'm suffering peanut madness. It's probably a thing. Right. Come on, game. Please just grant me a couple more peanuts before I have to head out. Head north. Growing carrots. I kinda do want all these carrots. And carrots aren't a very good source of food, but if what you're doing is like feeding your livestock, carrots are really darn good for that. It's like, just because I don't care too much about carrots. Tapir's liver. Doesn't mean that whatever I'm feeding for meat doesn't care about carrots. Do bison eat carrots? I don't know. I think so. Why do they eat grain? It's a bit silly that something this big survives off of grain. I'd be too lazy to collect it. Oh, there. Hostile piggy. I don't know why you're hostile to me. But I could use more red meat. You can't start to flee once you're losing. Alright. Do I have a knife? I do. Let's see what this pig has for me. Probably just red meat, which I can turn into more jerky. Oh, that's a lot of meat. What do I care about? I'll just eat these peanuts. Alright. And some free bones. Perfect. I would like not to waste hide. Peanuts. Oh, look at all of them. It's a thing of beauty. The boar accidentally led me to the promised land. These were totally not here the whole time. In fact, they only spawned in because I murdered the boar. That's how ritualistic sacrifice starts. And kill a boar, find some peanuts, and it's like, oh shit, I gotta kill more boars. And thus the cycle of violence continues. Or starts. And this is the start of my ritualistic sacrifice. I'm not going to start ritualistically sacrificing boars. Honestly, if I had a better spear, I would probably take down one of the bison. I love them. Adorable little creatures. I could probably try feeding them grain. And then they would name me as their ruler. While I'm under the effect of this, let's go ahead and pick some more sunflowers. Sunflower seeds. Might actually start picking up some of these wild carrots as well. Just for the sake of the seeds. Oh good, it's a drone. I kinda don't want to deal with that dude. I don't think he noticed me. A lot of hostile monsters in this mod pack. I've got multiple mods. And half of them are working against me to make the world a more dangerous place. And where's my corn? There we go, it's in this one. I don't suppose either of these have bones in them. Well, this one's got some leatherworking stuff that's starting to rot. Hello, Padoro. Or Padoru. So the opposite of what I said. In my defense, I can't read. How are you doing? Put some of my more random stuff away. I don't even know I still have these. On a couple different occasions, I'm like, oh, I should start clearing more useless stuff. Meanwhile, I've still got 4 filled beanades. Look at those bison. Not that I have an animal cage. But once I do start making animal cages, I gotta figure out what I gotta do to the animal cages config that will allow me to trap bison. Somebody told me I just have to add a wild card, but I am dumb and don't know what that means. Soybeans. Probably not going to luck out and find some peanuts just from the side of my boat. Oh damn, that's a bright ass tree. Oof. I hope you feel better soon. I was sick not that long ago. Twice. So I get it. Pomegranates. I'm also gonna mark this one. I'm gonna make it an apple. Save it. I'm probably not going to come all the way back here just for pomegranate trees. But I would be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to potentially in the future come back all the way out here just for some pomegranate trees. and keep our eyes open for some more obviously good stuff. That's just bushes. I should be collecting carrots and onions and stuff as well. Although with the abundance of wild crops around here, I would need more storage. So I'll definitely have to come back this direction at some point in the future as well. Do you play Vintage Story yourself, Padoru? Oh, this biome is actually the right one to be finding peanuts in. No? Well, that's very fun. The game does unfortunately cost money, and I would not recommend pirating it. However, if you ever get the opportunity to, I would recommend this game. It's good stuff. Delete this. What are you? Also my boat. Let's go ahead and delete it. Bright reddish orange. My boat. Pin it. Let's go. Your laptop is too weak. Yeah, it's understandable. I played Minecraft way back in the day on a laptop that was too weak to be playing Minecraft, and it's not the best experience. Oh, there's a snake. Almost stepped on the poor creature. If we're lucky, Vintage Story will be as it grows in popularity, we'll start getting mods like Sodium or whatever that make it run better on weaker hardware. I'm not entirely sure how Sodium works. Oh fuck yeah, peanuts. But I can say that it does definitely work. I put Sodium in all of my mod packs now, and it works great. Hello, Argemia. This is indeed a strange world. Although that does remind me that we really need a volley in Voices of the Void. Yes, I'm a bird. Look at all these peanuts. I'm glad I stopped here. That being said, it is already August, so I won't even be able to grow any of this shit until next year. But I would definitely rather have peanuts that I can't grow yet than not have peanuts in growing season. Ooh, exceptionally short. The Evoli mod will actually let you make your model so small that you can fit through like 4 voxel by 8 voxel gaps. I was playing around with it earlier, and you can squeeze through gaps smaller than half of a block. Which is hilarious, not particularly practical. It would be a lot more fun if you could live inside of like a wall. Just make entire functional houses inside of a single block and just live like a mouse. I don't know why somebody would want to do that. Gonna eat all these peanuts raw. Are you still in effect? Seems it. Let's go ahead and break all this rice as well. Oh damn, 17 peanut seeds. That is not bad. It isn't what I would call a field's worth, but like 1 or 2 good harvests of peanuts, and I will be able to plant an entire field. What is that hare doing? It looks like it's running around on ice. So Ryrals are like 8 foot tall. Look how tall this thing is. Ignore that it is struggling to walk over the terrain. This game was not intended to have drabs. It is a modded creature. More sugar cane. I think I got lucky with that huge group of peanuts. Gonna eat another one of these and collect all this rice. I can make rice oil, actually. Rice oil is pretty good for things. At least I'm pretty sure it's something you can do. Peanut oil is definitely a thing, but not a very good use of peanuts. Olive oil would be a better use. Or like a better oil. And of course, the food oils really do just make better bread. Pig. Oh, it's probably a hostile pig on account of the piglets. Doesn't this pig know that I'm in need of bones and red meat? So attacking me is only really sealing its fate. Primitive version of artificial intelligence. I'm not exactly sure which one you're referring to. The piglets? I don't know much about artificial intelligence. I do know a lot about stupidity, but my stupidity is 100% real. You can't fake stupid like this. I don't think I'm going to find any more peanuts. That's a really good find. I didn't accidentally leave this stream marked as Voices of the Void, did I? Well, no, you're on YouTube. YouTube doesn't have that same issue. Oh, the potion effect has dissipated. Which is fine. I gotta get moving. Whoop. Let's go. Too many hallucinations? Well, hallucinations are to be expected when a human comes into contact with an Orairo. I do imagine that Orairos and Diwali would also be toxic to one another. Not for the least reason, because one is a cat and the other is a bird. Or more specifically, a raptor, but... what is a raptor but, like, a more reptilian bird? Of course, reptiles are birds, and birds are reptiles. Birds are warm-blooded, but they do have scales on their feet, or their legs, and their feet. Oh yeah, no, AI is horrible. I've actually unsubscribed from YouTubers that I was following for years just because they used ChatGPT. And I'm like, you know, I've got standards. Well, let me mark my boat real fast. Boat marked. Let's go ahead and delete this previous boat. Perfect. Hop up on the land. And look for peanuts. A lot of sugarcane. I cannot imagine that I need as much sugarcane as I've already got, though. So I must resist the urge to collect more. Tool vessel. I don't actually want anything in here, but we can check it out. Well, it's just flint knives. Even Firefox is throwing its hat in with AI, and I really wish it wouldn't do that. I can't remember exactly what Firefox is doing, but I remember it using AI. And it's like, come on, Firefox, you were like the last good search engine. Shit. At least that I'm not too lazy to figure out. There's some pretty good search engines out there, and why can't I climb stairs? It's probably the stupidity. Climb, por favor. Ick. Alright, slow and steady wins the race. Ooh. Ah, this is actually useful. I was trying to read that. Nope. I'm going to have to put it in my hotbar to actually read it. Time to go. Act 1. Oh, it's a play. And I'm leaving it on the ground. Goodbye, play. I don't have the stuff to fix that, so I won't. But I do want this chest. Yeah, I like the Tumblr post on how to fully disable stuff like Google Gemini. I have yet to go through and actually do that, but it is on the to-do list. Honestly, Googling anything has kind of become completely useless. Oh, it's one of those fun things. I thought it was a baby giraffe. Eris. That's an easier name to pronounce. Could be one that I mispronunciated. And these things are named randomly, and they have some pretty wild names. Like, what's this guy's name? Zeevil? Presumably related to Evel Knievel? You are? Zimuku. Man, that's just a giraffe. I don't think I'm going to find any peanuts here. I should continue my quest northward. Oh, that's a hostile pig. I should kill it. Where's my spear? Ow. Rude. Attacking me while I'm digging through my inventory. Oh shit. No, I fell in a hole. What's through here? I should probably heal. But how am I supposed to focus on healing when I'm in a cave? Nope. While larger than a lot of random surface caves, it also leads to nothing. Okay, let's find and kill that boar. I need the animal fat and bones. Not as much as you need peanuts. Nope, that's just my volley. I almost jumped right down into the hole again. No, really, where'd the boar go? Should probably sleep. This giraffe will watch over me as I sleep. Honk me me me, am I right, giraffe? I'm also probably going to want to just eat some random stuff in my pockets. Oh damn. It's a good thing I can eat jerky and sleep at the same time. Well, hello there, giraffe. It's a very useful life skill. Sleep eating. Well, there's the piglet that the boar that keeps attacking me is protecting. Oh, never mind, that's just a pheasant. I thought I found a cockatrice, and honestly, it's pretty weird that I haven't yet. Normally, they're all over the place. They're also pretty annoying, so them not being all over the place is a weird thing to complain about. I don't think I'm going to find peanuts. Let's head out of here. Lots of corn. I wish this cough would go away. Come on, I was sick like a week and a half ago. How long can a cough really last? Way too long. So how are you doing, Argemia? Are you excited for Voices of the Void 0.9? Assuming you're still here. And not currently stuck in YouTube AI ad hell. No, it's just grass. I could really use some more peanuts. Honestly, I've gotten way more peanuts than I usually would on a trip south like this, so I cannot complain. I mean, I can, and I probably will. But all in all, it was a pretty successful haul. And I'm just another brick on the wall. Can I put this in my offhand and row while I eat? No, I can't. I thought I discovered the newest movement strat. A lot of sugarcane around here. Would be nice if sugarcane meant peanuts. The terrain is a little bit too mountainous for here to have peanuts. They seem to spawn in flatter areas. Although where I found the majority of them was an acacia forest. So I should probably be checking more of those. Oh, here's bamboo. Should I collect bamboo? What can you even make with bamboo? Make bamboo rafts, bamboo gates, bamboo fences, bamboo roof beams. Firework, bamboo barrage. Probably more fun to say than it is to make, though. Might I'll leave it be. Although this biome could very well contain what I'm looking for. Go back into first person. Remount my ore. Hyena. Rapapo. So old. And mostly tired. It's acacia. I passed several ebony trees back when I didn't have inventory space for them. Here's an ebony tree. I was gonna say, now that I have room to potentially pick up an ebony tree, I'm not finding any. I didn't even finish the sentence before the squeaky wheel got the grease, though. If I can get one ebony seed, I could potentially get more. I still haven't made shears, but doing so is on the to-do list. And shears make trees drop their seeds more frequently. Probably not going to get an ebony seed. Come on, I just want the one. Oh, sweet. I got an ebony seed. We're just over there. Let's go ahead and check these. Nope, all acacia, no ebony. Oh, here's another ebony tree. This one's a big one, too. Of course, once I start doing magic, I'll be able to turn any tree seed into an ebony seed. Might be how I have to get Purple Heart. I believe Purple Heart can be found in large forests. But I've actually not looked around. I've passed several large forests, but I didn't care. I'm just like, yep, that's a large forest, alright. Bye, I guess. Oh, the potatoes. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited for the potatoes. Alright, good. I was able to get out of there before I was in any real danger. I think Argemia left, which is fair. Oh, it's a big branch of the island. If I'm lucky, it's an open branch, and I can just get back to the ocean this way. I'm trying to map... Well, not even this. The island I would like to map is this one way up here. Although the more of the world I map, the better. Is that like a big cathedral? I'll go check it out. It could have a seed vessel in it. Whoop. Probably lose my boat less if I had a lantern to put on the front of it. Which is the thing you could do. I've yet to find a lantern, or make one, but you can find them. Nope, tool vessel. In Better Ruins. So it would be a pretty cool find. Bunch of chickens. This one block gap can't keep me out. Farming. Oh, sweet. Cabbage seeds. I still haven't found pumpkin seeds, which are one of the things I really want, but... Ow. Honestly, cabbages are really good. So finding them isn't bad. Seed vessel. Pumpkins. Hell yeah. The squeaky wheel really does get the grease. Ore vessel? Yeah, sure, why not? Just quartz. And now I've got 2 potion flasks. I don't need these. I don't know why I made them. Probably because I'm weird. Alright, let's go. I should probably return to my boat. Did not mark it this time, and losing it would be embarrassing. Do I do the smart thing, or do I just keep following the coast? Can I hop in my boat, please? Hop in the boat. There we go. One of these has cabbage seeds in it. Nice one. I think this far back one has feathers as well. There we go. Grab my oar and head off. It is possible to find peanuts in this biome, though. At this point, I'm just trying to head home. Must avoid commenting on that strange black dot in the distance, because that's just some weird gunk on my screen. Then people are going to be like, why don't you clean your monitor? And I'm like, what? You can do that? Nothing. I'm kind of curious as to what this weird black dot is, though. Probably just dust of some nature. Could be spider poop. You never know. I have a lot of spider and spiderlings near my desk. Or just keep them. I don't know what they're eating, but I would rather have the spiders than whatever the spiders are feeding on. Maybe nondescript black dots. Trying to think, is there anything else I would have liked to have found here? We'll have to see what winter is like. Wherever I decide to move in. You can grow fruit trees underground, but how deep underground you have to grow them depends on how cold it gets above ground. Although on the server, we lived in a pretty temperate climate, and the fruit trees just kind of did good by the mantle, or did well by the mantle. And when I say fruit trees, I specifically mean oranges and pomegranates. So that's probably what and where I'll be growing it as well. That sentence only kind of made sense. Look at all this stuff. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you say my collection's complete? Wouldn't you say I'm the squirrel who has everything? I've got gizmos and gadgets aplenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. Really could do with some, like, travel music, maybe a travel movie or something. While I'm rowing back home at the speed of sound, just play like Cats Don't Dance, 1997. Maybe Subway Surfers. My channel is not intended for children, but I gotta keep the Zoomers entertained with their non-existent attention spans. Of course, I am a millennial, and I don't have an attention span, but I also have ADHD. So I think I get a pass. Look at all this stuff. I don't know that they can catch me, but FIFA Stone Wilds does add sharks, which are like a hostile ocean creature. Or maybe they're passive, since sharks aren't hostile IRL. I mean, sharks have killed like, what, 9 people ever? Meanwhile, people have killed like, what, 9 billion sharks? So honestly, even if sharks did go on like a crusade against the humans, I would get it. I don't know that I would particularly be on the sharks' side. They wouldn't even have me as a general and a traitor. Oh hey, I'll speak of the devil. I don't know if it is hostile, and I kinda don't want to find out. I have keep inventory on, so if I died I would be fine. But I don't want to lose my boat, because I'd have to come all the way back out here to get it. I don't forget where we parked. I want to check out these andesite ruins. And probably get OCO'd by a shiver. Excuse me. Opal isn't even here. I shouldn't be burping into the microphone. Well, I don't know how I got so turned around. Except that I'm stupid. That's probably what happened. Alright. Ooh. This one goes down. Last one didn't, I don't think. Large pottery crate. Ooh, more rot. Some turnip seeds. Walnut seeds. Don't particularly need those. Aged log. That is something I want. Let's go ahead and replace the filled beanade with aged logs. And hell, since I've already got beanades, I should probably just collect any aged logs I see sitting around. Which are none this time, but there were some in the last structure. Probably should have picked up. Or... what is this? Native silver? I'll take it. Yes, yes, I hear you, chickens. Food vessel. Just grain. Wooden rubble. Tool vessel. Don't care. Nothing. What are you? Another tool vessel. Ooh, some lore stuff. Some cylinders, which I can't play because I don't have a resonator. I don't know, I didn't read the scroll. Well, I'll just pretend I don't care. Yoink. I do care, but I obviously don't care enough to have read the scroll. Hello. This place does look pretty dangerous. Ooh, an aged table. Whoops. Give me this. Gotta break this fence with my bare hands. Alright. Not really a whole lot in there. I'm glad that didn't take longer to do. Okay, let's head out. Although there was still a vessel at the top of this structure. I think. Perhaps I'm seeing things. Nope, must have been a hallucination. There it is. Forage vessel. Is that a fire clay? It is. Fire clay is probably worth picking up. Well, let's go ahead and just eat the rest of these peanuts raw. That last one was wasted, but I did that for storage space, so it's fine. Alright, we'll head back. I parked at the tip of that thing. What are you? Tool vessel? Whoop. Whoop. Alright, nothing here. Let's head back. And keep our eyes open for peanuts. Probably not be lucky enough to find any. Oh, almost fell down that hole. Is it weird that I just constantly want to start fires? In-game, of course. Maybe in real life? I don't know. It's not important. Where am I going? Other than away from my boat. It's a good thing I've got this map, otherwise I would be lost constantly. Place those. A, because I don't want them, and B, because I'm going to need to be able to pick up my ore. Right, boat. Let's go. And back on our quest. And we're off. A lot of nice trees around here. As much as I prefer the frozen north, I like how much there is to do in warmer climates. Lots of stuff out here that you just would not find in the frozen hellscapes I usually prefer to live in. Honestly, if the goal was to continue heading south, there is more south over here. I wonder if for the sake of just getting home, I shouldn't follow the path that I already know leads north. Could still find some interesting stuff out here. Okay, let's park at the tip of this thing. Go back into first person. Drop my ore off. There's a horse. Don't worry about horses. They are non-hostile. Well, they are cowards, though. Okay, so probably going to be some monster in this ruin up here that just one-shots me. It hasn't happened yet. But it has, actually. But it hasn't happened since I've been on my guard about it. And I feel like bringing up that it could happen somehow acts as a ward, keeping it from happening. Hello there, collapsed church. Bunch of children's toys. Otherwise, though, actually nothing hostile. A brass lantern. Paper. I want this. I kind of want the aged owl chest. Wait, I could have sworn I already had an aged owl. There we go. My volley is just going to be keeping things in bird chests. Because I'm going to get hungrier faster now that I've got a lantern. But visibility will never have been so good, especially if I can make a silver insert. There's a plate. I think that there's a gold insert as well, but gold is significantly worse. That's not fair. I believe silver and gold plates work just as well as one another. I just don't like gold. Never have. Probably never will. And on a positive note, the lantern is totally fireproof. Or waterproof. There we go. Just for the sake of current organization. Owl chest, age owl chest, fucking hell. Too many different types of owl chest. Alright. Got my ore. No more distractions. Gotta get around this island. We'll probably encounter more distractions. Almost certainly will. Wonder what this looks like in first person. Yeah, that like blocks most of my view. I mean, the boat's already doing that. But you get what I mean. And I'll just keep sailing around. Oh, redwood forest. I do kind of want some redwood trees. Alright, this is probably going to go on forever, so let's go ahead and just cut through here. It looks like there are some areas that I can cut through. Bum ba dum bum. Darn it. Can't actually get through there. I can get through the other way. Excellent. Although honestly, my boat goes so fast you would think that I could just ride it up onto land and keep sailing. Or rowing. Unfortunately, my boat is not that powerful. And whoop. And thankfully, yes. I was able to get through there. Now watch this just be like an enclosed lake. Certainly looks like ocean to me, but you never know. Alright, we might actually be able to start heading north again pretty soon here. Just gotta get back to our house. Which is pretty far. Pretty darn far. Oh, darn it. Yep, this place is enclosed anyway. It's pretty giant. But it isn't not like a neat little, spot. It's got some redwood forest here. A desert here. Depending on how high that island is, it'd be a pretty decent spot for a base. And then you could just set up like commercial districts around it. Dang, am I trapped in here? Yeah, I'm trapped in here. I can get out the same way I got in. But it would be cool to just be able to start heading north again. Might not be a bad idea. To just go back the way I came. Like up this way. And around to the right. It's not as interesting exploration-wise, but as far as actually getting home goes, it is the better option. I could just keep running into different strips of land going this way. In fact, it's likely. Meanwhile, if I go the same way I came, I'm not going to see anything new, but I will eventually get home. Is that an ebony? Yep, there's an ebony tree. Nice find. And whoop. Hopefully next time I come back this direction, I've A, got leather backpacks. Well, they're not that big of an upgrade. Ideally, I would have sturdy leather backpacks, which have even more storage. Or even better, some bags of holding. I think I'm just going to head north this way. Less sense of adventure, but more sense of actually getting home. Is there already a silver plate in that lantern? There might be. I'd have to double check it when I actually get back. If there is already a silver plate in there, I've already got one of the best lanterns you can get. I don't like that metal type. But who knows? Maybe I can actually get the silver plate out of it and into a lantern I actually like. I don't think there is a way to get the plate out. But just because I don't know of a way doesn't mean it's not possible. Alright, hopefully we've got enough random shit in our pockets to feed us on the way home. In worst case scenario, I just gotta get out and forage. I've still got 15 of my looter potions. Let's go. Let's put on a show. I'm zooming. Nighttime is pretty, but it's unnaturally dark. I mean, there's not a moon tonight. So fine, I'll accept some darkness. But on the night of the full moon, you should be able to see. And yes, I bring this up every time I'm out at night. But as somebody who enjoys the night and would like to be able to see, I'm personally offended. That's a cute little island. Let's keep sailing. Lots of pomegranates. I should make an aged wood sailboat. Sounds a bit impractical. Maybe ebony. Ebony would make a decent sailboat. It's going to require a lot of farming, but it will look nice. Well, there's the moon. What time is it? It's just after 11 p.m. I would really like a houseboat. I understand why a houseboat would be hard to make, but if I could just get a large boat that's got some basic storage, which is a feature boats already have. But I also want a bed, so I can sleep through the night while sailing, and a full kitchen, so I can make delicious meals while sailing. I can't be the only person who would like to live as a nomadic migratory bird or whatever. Come on, let me sit up. Nobody redeemed posture check, but my posture was not doing great. My posture is bad again, but it's better than it was. What time is it IRL? 6:23. Depending on how long I stream for, we might not even make it back home. Might have to get back home between streams. Maybe sit my rowboat or my canoe into even faster. Although, the main reason it's not faster than it is because it's impossible to control at high speeds. You'll probably see me struggle with it even at this speed. From time to time, and just kind of tap a directional button. And it's oh, what's that? You want to do a full 360? No. No, I didn't. Whoop. I'll probably just check the map to see where the path through actually is. I don't think we're going to be home before the end of the stream. Even if I went until 8 o'clock. Actually, if I streamed for 2 hours, probably get home. And the ocean's big, but there's only so much of it. Would be more fun in multiplayer as well. Or at least have people to chat with while sailing. I don't have any room on my canoe, But you get what I'm saying. That's sweet, we get to find out what that is. It was nothing. Just a strange error, I suppose. A lot of cool little islands around here. What I need in World Gen is like big enough islands that you can actually find stuff on them, but like a bunch of ocean in between, so you can just sail between them. And then of course what I would like to do is I would like to just kind of live on the boat, but then have like various farms and stuff on different islands. You can grow different things better in different climates. So like I could be growing coffee down here. And then I could be growing my rye and parsnips up north. Whoops. It's the perfect way to play. According to me. A crazy person. Let's all go to the Paradise City. I don't know, I'm so tired. I suppose I'm not surprised that I'm so tired. It is almost my bedtime. That being said, I did sleep like 11 hours. Of course, that's just my Friday routine. On my first day off, I just sleep the entire day away. In the summer, sometimes literally, I don't like the sunlight and would just like to sleep through the entire thing. Would be nice if I could just hibernate through June and July. Alright. We are back on the road again. My biggest concern is that I can't just hold down the W, or that I have to hold down the W key. I should be able to just point myself in the right direction and sail. And that's going to come north, 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 much more north, still more north. Where's my house? Here's my house. There I go. Now I've got a destination. It's only like a shit ton of blocks away. But if I can find just like large open water like this, maybe more large and open, or I can just mindlessly hold W without crashing into anything, that would be the ideal. Heck, I might start making artificial canals through islands just so that I could cross through them faster. Like where they narrow out. Like here, as I crash into some rocks. It would be a lot of work, but that could do with a narrow canal. Not just something to get through without having to sail all the way around. It would be a lot of work, but it could be a lot of fun. Although what I would like to do is get a bunch of people together And then just build, like, multiple port towns and then trade routes. It's gotta be somebody else's idea of fun. Every now and then you get people together who try to do, like, a Civilization-like playthrough. And that sounds like a lot of fun to me. I would be the town cook who is also for some reason a rust mage. I don't have any spells right now. But my favorite school of magic is Conjuration. Although Alteration has all the useful spells, like Befriend Animal, and the one that makes crops grow faster. Oh, wisps. But even though you have to attune yourself to a specific school of magic just to actually use the spells, doesn't mean you can't swap them around. I'd probably be like a Conjuration mage while out exploring, so I can conjure stuff like pickaxes and knives, you know, useful tools. And then around the house, like specifically anyway, if I'm doing some ranch work or farm work, I could switch to Alteration. As useful as it is to, like, force grow crops using magic, it's not something that you would be doing very often. And Befriend Animal, it's gotta be used multiple times per animal, but, like, only for the first generation. Anything after that will be further generation along. Like, will be further along generationally. And won't need the spell cast. Meanwhile, around the house, you do still need stuff like axes and knives. There's also a conjure saw. Conjure shears would be really nice. I don't think that's a spell. But it should be. I don't think anybody's watching this, but if you are watching this, Rustbound Magic devs, you can have that idea for free. Although what I really want is the ability to conjure, like, my own little arcane drone or whatever, to defend me. My blind ass isn't going to see a shiver, not a shiver. Well, shivers do sneak up on me all the time, but my blind ass isn't going to see a bowthorn until it's already shot me like 2 or 3 times. If I had summoned defenses, that would not be an issue. I think it's outdated as hell, but there's a mod that adds, like, armies or whatever. So if I could get a small army of undead to just defend, like, my homestead, that'd be nice. It would also be lore accurate to this character. I'd rather these skeletons do farm work or whatever. Well, I wanted to be doing the farming, but, like, field work. And just give the skeletons some axes, assign them a plot of land. It's like, here you go, chop down the trees, replant, and then bring me the lumber. With the way mining works in this game, it would be a lot more difficult, if not impossible, to have the undead mine for you. But I don't care about complete realism. I'll just designate an area as a mine, and then have it very slowly generate resources based on what's in the area. It would make some things infinite, but, like, I don't know, it sounds more fun that way. And that way I can focus on things I actually care about, such as farming, taking care of the livestock, the orchard, etc., etc. I just want to bake. Like that we gotta cook Jesse meme, but like actual cooking. Instead of making meth or whatever the hell Breaking Bad is about. I'm pretty sure it's about America's shitty healthcare system. There's a small ruin there. Probably not gonna find anything good. At least not anything as good as the lantern that I found in a larger ruin. Unless I found a nicer looking lantern. And that would be nice as well. That is a neat little landmass. It's got a redwood forest, trader. I don't know what material that sand is, but if it's limestone, I do like me a good limestone beach. I can't tell which I like more though, whether I would like limestone sand, which is like a pale beach, or basalt, which is like a black beach. And black sand beaches are a thing IRL, and they're really cool looking. But if I was going to make Carcosa, I think I would rather that it has pale sand. Like the Land of the Dead. I personally have stolen Carcosa from An Inhabitant of Carcosa by Ambrose Bierce. Not The King in Yellow by, what's his name, Chambers. Although Chambers also got it from Bierce. So the same source. Very different Carcosas, though. Like in the original, An Inhabitant of Carcosa, it's just like a forgotten city. Like so old that nobody alive remembers it. Oh, that's a big ruin. I'm probably just gonna get murdered trying to check it out. But let's go check it out. I'm like, we must focus. And then I'm like, oh, sweet. That's a big-ass fish. Put you here. With this being a basalt ruin... Oh, it's shale. Damn it. I mean, shale looks nice, too. I was just hoping it was a basalt ruin, because I could really use some basalt. Whoop. Actually jump scared me. Forage, it's just sticking dry grass. That's a lot of spelt grain. I need to be keeping my eyes open for these torch holders. I know I need them. Nope, don't care. But every time I'm like in the environment where I'm going to be finding them, I'm just not keeping my eyes open for them. Or, might as well check it out. That's just copper. Like, don't get me wrong, I need copper. But I'm mostly here looking for seed. I'll take forage as well. Oh, that's actually not a chest up here. It is just the two vessels. Here's a chest. Ooh, a fancy royal collar. I don't actually care, but I'll put it on. I'm not a big fan of gold. But that does look like something that somebody will want. Not that I'm playing with anybody else. And if we were, it would be in a different world. Alright. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh. I'm being surrounded by fish. Very friendly fish. Right, let's get out of here. I would like to find a basalt ruin that I can just steal basalt from. But every time I think I've found a nice basalt ruin, it's always shale. Was that a ruin? It's pretty big. Looks kind of ruinous. That one looks like a penis. So probably also a ruin. A very phallic ruin. I don't think that back in the olden days, though, they were building castles shaped like dicks. Like, if anybody ever saw this from space, they'd see a penis. Maybe somebody did that, and then that structure just did not survive until people could actually see it from space. Well, then maybe if it was like it built at the base of a mountain. And then, like, anybody who looks at this place from up there will see the secret shape. It's not impossible. Humans have kind of always been humans. I believe that John Keats actually talked about it. Like, even back when he was in school during the Romantic era. People were just drawing dicks and stuff in their textbooks. And I'm like, hey, people are still doing that. I can't remember when the Romantic era was. Because I'm a horrible scholar. I like learning things. I don't like remembering things as much. You know how it is. It is interesting how my vintage story streams either do really well or really poorly. There's like no in between. I've either got like 40 people watching me in silence and 2 people chatting, or I've got nobody here and nobody chatting. It's a big sad. Perhaps one of these days I'll be one of those giant streamers that it can be like, hey, let's crash Wizard 101. Everybody go make a new character. And then we actually do it. Instead, a lot of the bigger streamers are like just awful people. Asmongold in particular. That dude's like a right-wing lunatic. Of course, every time he says something genuinely dangerous, it's like, oh, he's not meaning any harm. He's just a silly comedian who doesn't know what he's talking about. It's like, no, I'm pretty sure that he's an asshole. I'm willing to believe that he doesn't know what he's talking about. Although you don't have to know what you're talking about to spew right-wing ideas. Most of it's built on lies anyway. I'd say most of it. I did say most of it. I'd say all of it. It's a tiny-ass island. A lot of tiny-ass islands. Although I guess when your world is 30% land, 70% ocean, are going to be a lot of small islands. Supposed to be huge ones, and there are. Look at the size of these land masses. I do kind of wish that I could just see the entire world map. But it unfortunately generates as I explore. Like, even if it took 20 hours, just let me generate the map. I want to see it. If I'm going to find the same thing in the same places across seeds, then the seed knows what the entire world is going to look like. It would make finding somewhere to live that much easier. Oh, sweet. Thunder and lightning. Very, very frightening me. Galileo. Figaro. Magnifico. I don't know if it's obvious, but I'm tired. Where are my usuals? This will be stream number 2 in a row that Opal missed. Like nobody's forcing him to be here. But like that's one of my few regulars. Still got a long way to go. Probably not going to make it home this stream. I'll have to start the next stream all the way home. Or already home. Wee, all the way home. Sorry about that. I needed to cough, but that one snuck up on me. Ideally, this cough would go away soon, very soon. Although if I did pick up COVID anyway, it would be like the 4th time. Maybe my lungs are just genuinely fucked. Obviously, I hope that's not true. But it is not impossible. COVID is definitely more dangerous the more times you get it. Will be divorce number 4 for sure. Just keep rowing. Do. A lot of these mountains, or islands, are genuinely just mountains, which would be impossible to live on. Why, there's the neat cave. I'm still not sure why I marked that. It's extremely unlikely I'll be living in this area. Honestly, this is just too far south. Wouldn't want to live that close to a redwood forest anyway. You know what's in redwood forests? Wolves and bears. You know what wolves and bears eat? Small chickens. I mean, I'm not a chicken. I'd imagine the ammonia would be unpleasant to consume. But that's probably one of those defenses where, like, by the time it's kicked in... what was this? I can mark my own creatures on the map? I mean, I don't own any creatures. But that's a neat thing to have. I think it only counts for elks that you've got medallions on. Oh yeah. I am moving. But I'm probably not going to get back. Not in this stream. Oh my. Just keep rowing. I do like the large ocean. I just wish that I had the houseboat. A houseboat! I do think that if my houseboat mod idea was ever a reality, that it would probably become like a solid object when not moving. Meaning you could not do stuff like cook and sleep while sailing. Which would be sad, because like that'd be the main time you want to do it. Like especially just long stretches like this. And especially even if the boat's not moving as quickly as my rowboat currently can. You'd want to sleep. Take a nap. Although having a bed on the boat would be helpful. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, you know, I think this is while I was still walking. So that's why I've not mapped the beach or the shoreline. I'm not going to bed yet, Vicar. Sooner than later, though. I'm excited to see what kind of strange and hostile creatures now inhabit the small island I call home. Probably gonna get there and it's just full of dire wolves and hellboars. How are you doing, Vicar? Honestly, my middle finger is getting tired just holding down W. Procrastinating? That's fair. Pretty soon here I'm going to have to take a shower and go to bed, but for the meantime I'm just trying to get home. Managed to cover quite the distance already. But especially with chat not being active, and me just holding W. I'm talking to myself in circles. Like I brought up my desire for a houseboat 3 times. I can't imagine that my houseboat idea would be easy to realize. And I think Argemia already left. She is the ruler of an entire species. Or however the Arairals do it. Fine, I'll sit up. Where? Right, there we go. I don't want to walk over land again. In fact, I can't. On account of all the stuff I've got in my canoe. I mean, I could, but not without abandoning the stuff in my canoe. But I'm hoping that all of this isn't too annoying to sail around again. Up here a ways is a lot more realistic to what I would probably end up living. So getting an idea for the scale of this big-ass continent is probably a good idea. So much out here, it would be nice if I could collect. Unfortunately, storage is very limited. And it will be, probably forever. Largest backpack I can access is a bag of holding. But that's going to require quite a few resources. I will perhaps never collect. Just depends on a couple things. It's a nice redwood forest. And I'm not going to check them for purple heart, but there are a lot of large trees in the area. Actually, no, those are bald cypress. So not large. Bald cypress is where you can find purple heart. Well, the fact that I'm finding bald cypress does tell me that I'm still really darn far south. This continent might be a pain in the ass to get around. But this exploration must be done. Need it necessarily be done on stream? No. If I don't make it home by the end of this stream, am I going to speed the rowboat up again? Yes. Yes, I am. Gotta go fast. Sonic. So what do you think, Vicar? Should I make my sailboat out of Ebony, walnut, or should I try to get enough aged wood? Oh, damn. That's not very good. Hopefully this doesn't continue too far this direction. You have no idea? That is fair. And perhaps I'll show off all three options in creative mode. Like in a different save. I'm not gonna put down boats. We could really do with a canal. Honestly, I don't like how the world generation just creates all of these long... Is that a fucking orca? Multiple orcas? I don't want to be killed, but why are they so close to land? In a swamp. It's Free Willy. I don't think that the sharks are hostile. It would be a lot cooler if they weren't. But it would make a lot of sense for orcas to be hostile. So I'm not going to give them enough time close to me to potentially turn. Speedboat of Valley. Welcome back, Bob. Is that a ruin or just like a big-ass chunk of land? I can't tell if those trees are natural. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that would be cool if I could avoid it. By just seeing what this world is going to look like beforehand. I suppose if I wasn't stuck going around the island, we would not have seen those orcas, so that was kind of cool. Like physically fighting? Because domestic violence isn't cool when the wife does it either. Now, if your parents are playing Super Smash Bros., like actually playing Super Smash Bros., that would be another thing. And Final Destination, Fox only, no items. Loser has to take the kids in the divorce. Just went to the graveyard. Oh yeah, well, graveyards are extremely cool. It is a fact of life that we're all going to die eventually. If I'm going to die... I mean, I'm obviously going to die. Ideally, I would die soon. But people get all weird when I say stuff like that. That'd be a pretty neat place to live. And it's close to this snow biome. So even in the summer, I could collect ice. Because there are a couple storage drawer, or food storage drawers, whatever, that are like 3 times as effective if you keep ice in them. Oh, who put this land here? Whack. Whip. And so for the sake of food preservation, living close to a mountain that gets ice would be a good thing. You can also make an artificial mountain tall enough to get ice. But as somebody who has tried to do that, it's a huge pain in the ass. Okay, island. Can you stop generating or whatever? I'm trying to get around you. Now, I do wish there was a way to view the entire world map. I was rambling about it earlier. The game generates the terrain around you as you explore. But like even this far from spawn, using the same seed and the same settings. Like you're always going to get this island exactly as it is. so it wouldn't be easy to do. And even if it took like 20 hours, I would like to just see an entire map of this world. Yep, same seed, same settings, same mods. Although none of the mods that I have, minus Better Ruins, actually affect world gen. And like the island would be the same if you didn't have Better Ruins. It just wouldn't have ruins on it. Bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum 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 bum. Something something, we get hit. Something something, we get shit. It's a hard knock life. Want to be buried in your car? I want to be buried with any surviving members, surviving members of the cast of Friends. It doesn't matter that they're still alive, just bury them with me, let's go. I messed with the config files. So this is just a very speedy rowboat. Although, at the default speed, nobody would watch this. Hell, even at this fast speed, nobody's really watching it. So my trip south that took like a couple hours would take like 30 hours if I were not in a speedy-ass rowboat. Right? I just wish that I could speed up the boat without it tipping backwards like this. Not only am I not rowing from the back, so it doesn't make sense that the boat's tipping in the way that it is. But like, if it didn't do this, I could stay in first person. Alright, this island better stop wrapping back around south. Look at that, it's already night again. You need to develop your being in this one specific community. Running the internet? What? Like running or ruining the internet? What are we doing to the internet? Just don't become one of those Andrew Tate, dude bro, tech bro guys. I don't think Andrew Tate's got anything to do with tech. They could. As far as I can tell, though, Andrew Tate's mostly interested in, like, child trafficking. You with the furries in the ceiling? Oh. I do need to get more furry viewers. Furries are suspiciously wealthy, and if I ever opened a Patreon, I would like them to share some of that suspicious wealth. Whoop, whoop, fuck, shit, whoop, whop, dot. Oh, hey, turkey. I don't know why that turkey sounds more like a Rottweiler than a turkey. I'll be home eventually. Meh. Just set up a Patreon with one of the tiers being $2,000 a month. And it's like, for $2,000 a month, you can be that sucker giving me $2,000 a month. I do imagine that if I did have somebody just giving me $2,000 a month, that my taxes would be a huge pain in the ass to file. It's like, how do I explain this in a way that's doesn't make it look like it's crime money? It's like, no, that's just charitable donation. It's like, charitable donation for what? And it's like, I play video games online. It's money laundered. Yeah. If you want to help the economy, just give me money. I will spend it. The problem with all of these billionaires is that they're just not spending their money, so the economy stagnates. How big is this fucking landmass? I can't stress enough that this world is supposed to be only 30% land. Oh, this is a pretty big desert. Was it chalk or limestone, though? It is chalk, which is like the worst of the two options. Right, we'll get where we're going if it kills us. Indeed. For some reason, the boat is harder to control backwards than it is going forwards. Who'd have thought? Alright, where am I? Sure would be nice if this island would stop wrapping back around south. Some of us are trying to get back north. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good thing that this island is so large. If I decide to move to this island, honestly, I don't know why the people I play this game with are like, oh, we can't have the world be 30% land. There would be no land to explore or build on. Yeah, there would. All of this land I'm ignoring, totally explorable. I'm gonna get a Wacom tablet. He's an awful human being. But that Jasonifix guy's made a lot of money just animating other people's art about as lazily as you possibly can. Nope, this way is a dead end. Well, I'm curious as to what this is. Looks like just a very small amount of bauxite sand, which is strange. I don't know what it would look like on the map, but if I could find like a lava flow, I could eventually take that lava with me and then infinitely generate obsidian. Obsidian is not as useful in this game as it is in other games, but it looks good and is useful in Rustbound Magic. Not to mention, depending on my settings, I could also use the obsidian in chiseling. Gotta make that money. Holla holla, get a dollar. I wish I could zoom out even further on my map, because my goodness, I would like to see how large all this land is. This land that I'm actively ignoring. If only I could teleport with my canoe. And just drink a recall potion while sitting in the canoe. Take the whole thing with me. It wouldn't be ideal, but it would be perfect. Something can be perfect and not ideal at the same time. There's another draft. Hello there, boars. It's a good thing they weren't hostile. Help. I never learned how to drive. That's actually not even true. Yeah, true. It would be kind of hard to take furry commissions in cash. I'll get around this island eventually. Honestly, it's probably going to take me 1,000 years, even off-stream, going faster, to get around this damn landmass. There's another redwood forest, though. I actually don't live that far from redwood forests IRL. Very beautiful, ancient forests. For some reason, in games I like to burn them down. Like, I just see a redwood forest and I'm like, damn, that thing would burn so nicely. I think I've set 2 of them on fire so far. Alright. Do I take the risk, come through here, and loop around that way? Hello, the man. This might just be a dead-end landlocked lake. But if it's not, I will get where I'm going faster, so it's probably worth it. Whoops. I never learned how to drive. How are you doing, the man? Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to go into that caravan and sleep. Considering I'm just sticking to the water, being able to see won't be that helpful. But it would be nice if it wasn't just pitch black all the time. What the heck are you talking about? Phones being introduced. Oh, damn it, this was just landlocked shit. That might be a ruin now. Honestly, a little landlocked lake like this would be the ideal place to live, so I could continue my farming and fishing adventures, and still have access to ocean. Oop. Not filling the right piece of land out. Getting back home is going to be such a pain in the arse. Honestly, my issue right now is that there's too much land. Maybe 30% land is too much. I gotta generate a world that's like less than 1% land. Actually, it's more than 0%, is what the option is called. Yeah, it's just slightly more than 0% land. Nothing but candy? I mean, that can be fun every now and then, but be sure to brush your teeth. All I've eaten today is cheesecake and popcorn, so I cannot judge. But I did brush my teeth after eating the cheesecake. I don't think I'm ever going to get back to land. I mean, obviously there's land right here. I mean, I'm never going to get back to my own home. Damn it. How is there so much land? My world generation should not allow for this. It's not even proper cheesecake. I'm lazy as hell, so what I did is I bought a little tub of cheesecake filling. And I've been slowly eating that, like as a treat, with graham crackers, like acting as a dip. And then as soon as we were about half empty, I scooted all of the cheesecake filling off to one side, and then I opened a can of cherry pie filling, and just dumped it in the other half of the tin, or the tub. That's definitely a ruin. Unfortunately, it looks like it's shale instead of basalt. Also, am I ever going to get around this fucking island? Despite the fact that my world is 70% ocean, I am feeling like this might somehow be landlocked. And perhaps I will never get out of here. I don't think it should be possible, but it certainly seems to be the case. Earth moment. I'm just over here like in the Gulf of Mexico trying to figure out why I can't get around North America. It's like you mean I have to go around South America as well? When does it end? Honestly, if I had a bucket on me and more patience, I would just dig a little canal. It would probably take me an entire stream, but it would probably be faster than all of this blind sailing around. Well, start. There we go. I don't know what percentage of Earth is ocean. We got some large-ass land masses on Earth. I'll get around this fucking thing one of these days. If nothing else, next stream it's going to be exciting to look at the map to see how far around this island I had to sail just to get back north. Also get a good feel for what 500% land scale cover looks like. Maybe gotta tweak that. Because as good as giant islands like this are, I'd rather they be giant islands and not all of the world's land connected in one, like, long piece. Yeah, this is pretty much a continent. Which would be fine, but I'm trying to sail around it. So that I can start going back north. And pretty soon here I will be as far south as before I started this journey. Ooh. Now that is a ruin. If it was made out of a cooler stone, I would probably try to live there. That'd be fun. The land around it is pretty flat. As well. I could go in there, but it's very likely something's just gonna insta-kill me. Oh. It's still pretty tempting. Who knows what kind of good things I would find. Unfortunately, even when it looks like I might be getting to a point where I can get around the island, I don't want to comment on it, lest I jinx it. Like, look at that. This dude just be another big-ass loop. Surely I could just make a canal through here. Although who knows how long that island is. Going back around, continuing my quest. Nah, this island, continent, whatever you want to call it, is way too big. I just want to get home. Like, having giant islands is ideal for once I start actually smithing or mining. But the appeal of having so much ocean is that you can sail between islands. And with this island being such a large connected continent, I can't sail anywhere. Honestly, I don't know how this island is so damn big. Was that another castle? Nah, surely it was just some strangeness. Strange quality of the fog. I'll get around eventually. It'll just take me 7,000 years. No, this isn't good because I've already been over here. I'm probably gonna have to come all the way around here. At which point, yeah, I was all the way down here previously. This will go faster off stream because I plan, not because it'll be faster, but because like the boat will physically be faster. And I can turn on a podcast. Won't have to commentate the whole time. But like, holy shit, this is a lot of sailing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come all the fucking way down here. I'm like having the opposite issue I thought I would. I'm like, maybe there won't be enough large islands for it to be worth it. Too much large island. This island is probably bigger than the entirety of Africa and Australia combined. And Africa's a pretty big place. Australia's not. I don't know why I threw that in there. Australia can join Africa, like as a treat. Just glue them together. Yeah. There are no large islands. There's just this big-ass continent, and then the little ones. That is probably true. If I fucked with the upheaval rate, and then the landform scale, I could probably turn the land scale cover down, and then get like more mountains sticking out of the ocean in places, but like larger mountains sticking out of the ocean. I don't know, if we were going to create a world with a lot of ocean for my sailing adventures, we would want to do it correctly so we don't end up in situations like this, where I'm spending 700 years sailing around one big-ass continent. Like if I was prospecting and actively looking for ore, there being so much land would definitely be a good thing. But like, I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to get out of here. Oh hey, it's that island, or that castle earlier that I said looked phallic. Good times. I'm all the way back here again. And I'm going to have to go even further south. Didn't think that I would be coming back here. Otherwise I would have just started off sailing around the island this way. Because I've been down here before. Well, if I don't stream tomorrow morning, we'll know it's because I've spent the last 27 hours sailing around this island. Continent thing. It's basically Pangea. A lot of just sheer rock faces sticking out of the water. Like, these are technically land, yeah, but I wouldn't call them land. Can I get around this, or should I just not try? Just assume that I gotta go the long way? No, I'm just gonna go the long way. Like, if I go the long way and then find out that I could have cut through there, obviously it would suck, but considering it's more likely that I won't be able to cut through there, I might as well just take the long way. What if I found peanuts? That's all cassava. Although, now that I've given up on finding peanuts, like I've decided I've got enough, and I'm no longer looking for them, now is the time when I would find the most peanuts. Yeah, look there. Wouldn't have been able to get through. So it's a good thing I didn't even bother. Let's go. I do still prefer boating as a means of travel. Mind you, I'm going really fast. Although if I was going default boat speed, this island being formed in the way that it is would be even more annoying. Because this backtrack has already taken me like 70 years. It would take me 750 years if I was going at regular boat speed. Boat speed, let's go. All of my stuff is going bad. Look at that, I only got 32 days. I should eat this crude meat. Well, this cured rib meat jerky. It's going bad in 7. And it is actually realistically possible for this to take me more than 7 days. Some silver nuggets. Alright, I don't actually have anything else perishable on me. Lumps of fat are surprisingly not perishable. Those will last forever just sitting in my pocket. I've never really owned just large lumps of animal fat in real life, but surely they do go bad. Whatever you would do with them. One of the things I can do with them is make lard. And lard is pretty useful. But I can also use animal fat to make pemmican. And pemmican is OP. But it does require a lot of, like, nice resources. I believe it just requires animal fat, berries, and bushmeat. Red meat would make better pemmican, I think. I don't know why it's gotta be, like, the worst meat you can find. But considering bushmeat is actually harder to farm than red meat, I suppose it could be a balancing thing. I'm just gotta be out here hunting bears to make pemmican. Alright, island, stop expanding southward. We're done going south. We're trying to go north at this point. So much exploration. Of course, I'm not exploring shit. I'm excited to eventually come back and explore that castle. I'm probably going to want to make armor before I do that, though, because being one-shot by a shiver the moment I walk through the door doesn't sound like a lot of fun. On the road again. Look at those bison. I'm going to have to kidnap some bison as soon as I figure out how to mess with the config file, allowing me to do that. Can't wait to get on the road again. There's a lot of flowers right there. Redwood Forest. It looks like there's a village there. Like a village ruin. Not like a village. There's a single village currently in the game, but it's just like a story piece. And since it is story content, you can't really move in. What are those? More orcas? Yep. Well, I think the poor creature is drowning. Hey, orca, you good? It's just flopping like a fish, so I'm guessing it's not good. That being said, I don't want to be around for when it does fix itself. If it figures that out. Because it could very well be hostile. And they call them killer whales for a reason. Even though I don't think that orcas are whales. I think they're like porpoises. Or more closely related to dolphins anyway. And dolphins are porpoises, right? Don't listen to me, I don't know anything. I don't know shit, dog. I know 4 things and 2 of those are Casablanca quotes. This game is very pretty. I'm sure it would be nice if I could get back to the playing it part, though. It's gonna require I make it all the way home. One of these days. I'm still a bit odd that I've not seen a single cockatrice. Like, they're pretty annoying, so I don't want to see one. You know what, it's kind of like going on vacation and seeing not like a single annoying screaming child. It's like, I'm not saying that I wanted my vacation ruined by some shitlets, I'm just saying it's weird that it didn't happen. Whoa. This is... Come on, island, please stop expanding. Oh, that's a pretty neat mountain. I suppose most mountains have the potential to be pretty neat if I just kind of stopped and looked at them. I'm just trying to get home though, so I've seen enough neat mountains. I couldn't get my jerky. Just shove large amounts of jerky into my bird face. Bird face jerky. Sure, it'd be nice if I could still be moving while I do this. Alright, let's go. Unfortunately, I have to stop rowing to eat. I got 2 hands, both of which seem to be using the oar, so whatever. Gets a pass, but I'm still gonna complain. If when I go through all the trouble of making a sailboat, and I still can't eat and move at the same time, because for some reason, rowing requires, or sailing requires that I got the W key held down, it's gonna be a tiny bit annoying. I would like to stop sailing south, please. Damn, still going. And perhaps there will never be an end to this island. Perhaps I will keep sailing until the day I die of old age, like IRL. Just keep rowing, just keep rowing. I should probably end the stream. I can't imagine that this is very fun to watch. I'm doing what I can. No Seed Explorer mods that I know of. To be fair, the world is pretty damn big by default. I think it's like 1 million blocks in every direction. Or probably not, no, it's like 500,000 in every direction. So like 1 million blocks north to south, 1 million blocks east to west. Which is why I'm confident that a world map would take a long time to generate. But if you had the processing power, surely it's possible. But that I have seen, no. Not a thing. With my world only being 30% land, I would like to see where that 30% is. Surely it's all here, apparently. I've ended up going almost further south than I explored looking for peanuts, just trying to look for a way around this island. A lot of shale sand. There's like a shale castle there. One of these days I'll find a basalt one. Because basalt is better than shale. It's like quite a bit darker. Oh, look at those drafts. And as somebody who's a fan of Blackstone in Minecraft, I do like all the darker rocks. Fucking hell, I'm going west again. There's definitely an end to this island. With the world only being 30% land, there has to be, but my fucking gosh. All 30% of the land has gotta be this connected continent. No, a debug command to reveal the whole map would be nice. Hell, revealing the whole map would not even stop it from generating new chunks as you explore. Because there's a command that lets you reload chunks in the area. It would just update the map to reflect the new chunks when you got close enough to them. But it would probably require a lot of processing power. There's another dying orca. Kinda want to attack it, but I also don't want it to be able to fix itself. Not entirely sure how this one is stuck. Oh, managed to fix itself. Honestly, only its tail was stuck on land. So the poor creatures do seem to be struggling. I just want to see what kind of meat the orca would drop. They are mammals, so I don't know if it would drop fish. But surely it wouldn't drop white meat either. These are the real questions. If I sail backwards while I'm going south, it almost feels like I'm still going north, the way I should be going. Look, my refrigerator is making some concerning noises. We have a second fridge, but we don't want this main one to die. Oh, look at them drafts. This ocean is green as fuck. Green water. I do think I might be almost further south than I was when I decided to start going back north. I marked those pomegranate trees so that I could potentially come back to them. But if this is the path I've got to travel every time I come this direction, I don't think I will. Whew. I'm getting tired. Who knows, maybe what I need to make this trek feel less arduous is just a good day's sleep. Why is this water so green? The green ocean. This ocean is actually 99.999% algae. There's water in here too, but it's mostly just a weird aquatic plant slop. Bum 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 do. Hopefully my corn isn't going bad. By the time I get home and I'm actually able to make the cornbread, my corn is probably going to be mostly rot. Which is wild, because the thing that I'm trying to make out of it, corn rusks, will last for like 17 years in storage. There's another bamboo forest. Some more drevs. I should really stop streaming. I can't imagine anyone's still watching this. And if you are still watching this, tiny bit crazy, but hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Vicar, you should get Vintage Story. We'll get Merple to host another server. We'll have like a billion mods. Ideally, we would have a large amount of ocean. Although looking at how big this continent is and impossible to sail around, I would perhaps look for some ways to tweak the world gen. 500% land scale cover might be too much, although we could probably like skew the upheaval rate, and then the land cover scale or whatever it's called. There's a word I'm looking for here. I'd have to look at the settings. But increasing the upheaval rate would cause more mountains, and then increasing the setting that I'm thinking of would make those mountains wider. Technically, making them new islands. How the fuck have I still not gotten around this island to start going north? This right here better not be connected to this island when I'm just entering like a large landlocked loop. Landlocked. You can tell that I'm growing tired of this sailing, because I've been going backwards for quite a while now. I've got to drive in reverse, keep things interesting. I'm not going to get excited, but we are finally heading north again. Honestly, once we do get back, I think I'm going to treat myself to focusing more on magic than anything else. My actual passions include farming and cooking. But considering the reason we're out here is for farming, so that we can do more cooking, I think we need to focus on magic a tiny bit just to get ourselves a break from that farming and cooking life. Puppy power.
Hey guys. Do you think I would have more or less viewers if I talked like this all the time?
Honestly, I don't think I could keep that up. Probably have fewer viewers, though. I'm just gonna talk in slow motion. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So much land. I mean, the world is still 70% ocean. And the issue isn't with the quantity of land, it's with the fact that it's all connected. So I have to sail around it so tediously. Alright, I'm gonna increase the speed of my boat, which will require that I stop the stream. I'll continue sailing for a tiny bit today, and then when I wake up, I'll have to continue my sailing quest. So, if you're hanging out, whether you're chatting or just lurking, I want you to know that you're appreciated. If you're watching this at some point in the future as a VOD and have somehow watched the entire thing, you've the patience of a saint and are equally appreciated. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and fizzity farewell. Ah, my wrist hurts from just holding the W key for so long.